This post-match report is proudly brought to you by Complete Sports Management, More Footy, Less Admin, and Stat Guru, when numbers matter.
Welcome to another edition of Complete Sports Management. And the match between Ashburton and Beverley Hills just concluded at the Ferndale Park. And it was the Beverley Hills who won the game by 64 points. I'm here with the coach of Ashburton, Steve Warner, and a very special player, Thomas Ducati, who is playing his 100 games with the Ashburton. Let's chat with them. Steve, tough game, tough result today. Last week also a loss, and back-to-back, this is the second loss. What do you have to say about the team performance today?
Oh, it was a poor performance. There was the effort. Effort wasn't there. We spoke about that. The opposition sensed we weren't on. They sensed we were apprehensive, and they just made us pay for it.
We also observed that the marking on the ball and the winning on the ball was not as good as it was in the previous games. What do you have to say on that?
Oh, look, well, we're certainly probably like all clubs at the moment. We're short of players. I think we played with 16 today and 2 who probably shouldn't have played. So we are struggling for that, and we need the break. But having said that, all clubs at this stage, kids on holidays, have injuries. We just have to deal with it. We probably just don't run as deep as some other clubs with our players, and having to borrow some from our lower teams and that sort of thing. It's just, things have caught up with us a bit at the moment, but we've just got to reset ourselves and look to the second half of the year.
Okay. Thomas Ducati, what special game today, 100 matches for the Ashburton. Can you tell us about the journey through the Ashburton?
Well, I started in under 9 and love playing every season since. It's been great.
Okay, wow. Steve, do you want to say something about Thomas Ducati?
Oh, something about Doc. Yeah, certainly. Look, Doc's he's a ripper. I've had him for I think 2 or 3 seasons now. His hardness as the ball is fantastic. He often gets some of the best opposition players. He's low centre of gravity work is really good. Feeds out the ball. Good player to have. If you had a few more of him, probably the scoreline wouldn't be as high today. I've certainly wished him well. He's been a great player for Ashburton over the years.
Thank you, Steve, for joining us, and thank you, Thomas. We wish you all the best for the next game. Over to Nishchay, who is with the coach of Beverley Hills.
Thanks, Ankit. I'm joined here by the captain of Beverley Hills Lions, Will Phillips, and the vice captain, Lachlan Gordon. Will, congratulations on the big win, a 64-point win, a good win away from home.
Yeah, I thought we stuck at it today. We were really good in patches. Still a lot to work on at training, but happy to get the win coming into the holidays break. So.
Lachlan, 2 goals and 18 disposals for you. And what about the mark in the third quarter next when off the kick from Bailey Laurie?
Oh yeah, it was an alright mark. It was a really good setup from Bailey Laurie, and I was happy it managed to sit up for me and sit into my hands.
Will, 3 goals and 19 disposals for you. You have been having pretty good games last few weeks. Few goals today. So how are you feeling about your game?
I'm happy with my game. Been happy with my game the past few weeks. Still a lot to work on. Obviously I'll have a break now. Keep working hard at training and then hopefully turn it on in the finals.
Tell us about the mark by Giorgio in the second quarter. How good was that? Because it looked amazing from the way I was seeing it.
Giorgio was up pretty high. He almost came down with mark of the year, I'd say. It was pretty unbelievable.
He'll be talking about that one for a while, I'm sure.
He should be.
Yeah.
Won't hear the end of that from him, so yep.
Okay. What are the positive things you take out from today's game, and anything you would like to work on?
The positives, I think we tackled a bit better today. Still in patches, we were not as good, but the tackling numbers were up than the previous weeks. Things to work on, just consistency around the stoppages and not leaving any gaps in the stoppages.
It's good to beat a team from belonging to top 4. So how good was that?
Yeah, it was very good. Obviously, it helps us out later in the year. Yeah, it's always just good to get a win regardless of where the team's positioned on the ladder. So, yeah.
And next week, White House Colts coming up. Tell us something about that.
Yeah, well, we obviously know that Whitehorse will push us to the end. They're a good team. They pushed us right to the end last time we played them, so we'll have to be right on our game. And hopefully we got all players available and we'll get over the line.
All right, this was Nish from Complete Sports Management at the Ferndale Park, where the Beverly Hills Lions beat Ashburton by 64 points. We'll see you next week. Thank you.
This has been another Complete Sports Management production.